Today we're looking at weird details you'll never be able to unsee in Mario games. Like how Luigi's shoulders break when standing still on Starship Mario's center. Now okay, normally this is how Luigi's shoulders look, but now I'm gonna switch to Mario because when you do so, it puts you on the exact center here. So I'm just gonna switch back so I get the exact center as Luigi, and going back, oh yeah, okay. Look at it, like he's looking right and left and his shoulders are just twitching. And that's just the start, because the rest of this video has even weirder things you'll never be able to unsee. So apologies in advance. The fork NPCs do the 6-7 gesture. Really? This is how we're starting the video? 6-7? All right, let's do this. Okay, let's talk to this guy here. Oh, I see the gesture. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait, see? He does it now. He's like this. 6-7's literally ruining everything. And if I get a bunch of 6-7 comments in this video just because of this, guys, don't do that, I swear. Peach actually isn't holding flowers in her Mario 64 mural. Now, this one is interesting because I've always seen the mural as her holding flowers. Like, yeah, just look at that. Okay, is she not holding a bouquet there? But you know what? Actually, I kind of see it now. Like, that's just the background. See all the other flowers in the background? I guess she's just like praying like this. But here's kind of a recreation of that same mural. And yeah, with the more detailed fingers, that flower is actually behind her. It's just like in the perfect position. And even looking from inside the castle, once again, that flower is in the perfect position to line up like that. Luigi grows a beard when you select him in Mario Party 3. Okay, and here's the character select. As you can see, they all make a little pose when you hover over them. And when we hover over Luigi, oh, you know what? I can kind of see it. It's like, okay, clearly he's just putting his hand like this. That's what it's supposed to be. But it looks like a gray old man beard just forms on him. The toads in the Mario movie were originally gonna look a lot more cursed. Oh yeah, and I wasn't talking about the toads in this Mario movie. I'm talking about the toads from this Mario movie, the 1993 version. Because this movie already had some pretty cursed characters in it that you probably wish you could never unsee, like this Goomba here. And it did actually have a character for Toad, which is this guy here, but yeah, as you can see, he really looks nothing like Toad, but maybe that's for the better, because this is actually the concept artwork for Toad in that same movie. And actually, here's a lot more concept art for Toad in that same movie too, so they were really working with his design here. And while we're at it, this whole thread shows some concept art for Bowser in this movie that he actually looks cool. But then we get some more concept artwork of what the potential designs for Toad could have been. And yeah, I don't think I'm looking at Toad the same way again. Now, before we get to really bizarre things that you'll definitely wish you could unsee, I've noticed something else that's weird, because YouTube told me that no one has subscribed to this channel with their left thumb. If you want to be the first to pull it off, then test your aim and hit subscribe. Thanks. The Toads are looking at a map of Bob-omb Battlefield in Mario Odyssey. Okay, and the Toad in question here is this blue guy here that's holding a map. And normally you can't really see it. Yeah, it's kind of just a landscape or whatever. So I'm gonna just go to photo mode and try to get a good zoom in on it. Oh, okay, now I can kind of see it. So that, like what he's looking at, that little picture there, that is the exact layout of Bob-omb Battlefield with like the summit there. And we got all those little ramps and stuff. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, that's totally Bob-omb Battlefield. You can actually see what he's looking at. Peach points with her finger and thumb in her Mario Bros. 1 sprite. Okay, so let's go to the very end of the original Mario Bros. Game where her sprite appears. And as you can see, Mario's just walking over to her. Okay, I'm just taking a closer look here. And okay, I kind of see what they're saying. Like her arms, I guess, are supposed to be folded, but they kind of look like they're going, hey, like the fawns. And if you can't see it, here's a pretty funny illustration of it. This is the original sprite, obviously, and I guess this is what she's supposed to look like, you know, with her hands just crossed. But this is what it kind of looks like, again, with her pointing and saying, hey, this guy. The L on the hat of Luigi flips in the intro of Paper Mario. And this is where it happens, right at the intro, where Luigi's exiting his house here, and he gets the mail. And if you look closely, boom. Yeah, okay, you saw it for like a brief second. Here, I'll go back and replay it in slow motion, but for some reason, right before he flips around, his letter almost beats him to it and randomly flips first. So that's something, right? Mario smiles when he dies in Mario 3. Now, to test this, it's pretty simple. We just have to kill Mario, and he makes that face. And you know what? I've kind of always seen this as a smile. Like, I know it's supposed to be his mustache, but it totally looks like that to me. And if you don't see what I'm talking about, here's the sprite from the game, and here's like a little illustration exaggeration of what I honestly see when I look at it. But yeah, this was supposed to be his mustache and kind of his nose. To me, it just looks like a weird smirk like that, almost like he's happy, as gruesome as that sounds. The rocks form a Zelda rupee in Mario Kart 7. And to see this, we have to go to the Woohoo Town battle map. And basically, right at the start, you just want to make a right here. And if you look off in the distance, yeah, as you can see, this rock formation, the little negative space in it there, makes the image for like a perfectly shaped rupee from the Zelda franchise. This couldn't just be a coincidence, right? Either way, that's pretty cool. The bullet bills are actually smiling in Mario Bros. 1. Okay, so when looking at level 5-1 in this game, we can see bullets launch at you, and they have a pretty distinct look. And when looking at the sprite here, I always thought that this thing was the bullet bill's arms. Like if we look at the newer ones, that's kind of the vibe they're going with here. However, people are actually saying that this could be a smirk, like this is his upper row of teeth, and this is the bottom row. And this is like a real rough visualization of what someone drew of it, because here's the sprite, this is kind of like the teeth, or it could be like this, the arm. And now it's more easier to see, I find, if you zoom out like this. See now, around here is perfect. Now you can kind of see this being a smile. But what's interesting, it's never really confirmed which one is the actual true one, because there is actually two types of bullet bills, one with the arms like this, and one with a mouth, and pretty well both the same spot that the mouth or arm, whatever it was in the original sprite. So which one do you think this one was supposed to be? The baby boy characters don't have white eyes, but the girls do. Okay, to see this, the best spot would be Mario Kart 8 here. And we'll look at Baby Mario. Yeah, he's just got a little black dot. Luigi, same thing, little black dot. Baby Peach, though, okay, she's got like full on, I don't even know what you call those. The eye whites, it's not the irises. Or it might be the irises. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But she's got that. Baby Daisy's got the same type of eye. And same with Baby Rosalina. But again, yeah, the only two babies without them are the boy characters. So is this something that boys develop later in life in the Mario universe? I don't know. But yeah, clearly I never noticed that. The letter on Waluigi's hat is slowly peeling off. Okay, so when Super Mario Party came out for the Switch in 2018, we got a bunch of brand new character renders like this one for Mario here. However, the one in question is this one for Waluigi that says this letter you can see peeling off if you zoom in close enough. Okay, so let's just zoom in. Let's go right to this picture. I kind of see what they're saying here. Oh, I could definitely unsee it. Look at this little corner. It's like ever so slightly coming off. That's so weird. I mean, yeah, all the other corners you can see are pretty on tight, but this one here, there's a noticeable little like shine, and the curvature is slightly different. And then, okay, when we zoom way out, you can't even notice it. That's such a minor detail. Maybe this is supposed to add to his character, like he's such a ripoff of Luigi, he just cheaply pasted on his letter on his hat. I don't know. Yoshi's nose is actually fake. Okay, so first I'm just gonna take a look at Yoshi here, face him this way, and let's go into the photo mode. Now the thing in question is, see that little seam there, like that kind of divides his nose from his mouth and his eyes? That is all fake. And if you don't get what I mean, then I don't blame you, but take a look at this image and you might start to see it. Because okay, the top of this panel is the image I showed you from the last Things You Can't Unsee video, where Toad's eyes were his nose, really. And so the continuation of this is Yoshi sees Toad and takes off his nose, and he just looks like a cursed abomination there. Do you wish you never saw that just like I did? Well, yeah, sorry about that. Donkey Kong's mouth is really just a pistachio nut. And now, okay, to see this, we have to look at his render from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. And looking at the actual post here, the area in question as highlighted is his mouth area. Because when I look at the next picture in this thread, okay, you know what? I can kind of see where they're getting at, where this whole thing, it legit looks like a pistachio. Like this would be his mouth and all that. I mean, yeah, I guess he's not wrong. These do look like a bunch of decapitated Donkey Kong mouths in a sense. This may just make me never look at a pistachio nut the same way again. The 4 characters in New Super Mario Bros. Represent the 4 button colors in the Super Famicom controller. Now you'll notice these characters' colors are red, green, yellow, and blue, which yeah, are the same 4 button colors as the Super Famicom controller. But what's really cool is I actually have the physical game here for the Wii, and if we open it up and take a look at the disc here, because if I just slightly adjust it like this, then these same 4 characters will literally be in the exact same positions as the Super Famicom buttons with matching colors and everything. Geez, I mean, I'm never gonna be able to look at this disc the same way again. The Mustache Toad shopkeepers actually have their mouths wide open, and these are the ones in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, because when going into this shop here, oh yeah, I mean, Okay, I can kind of see what they're talking about because their mustache is such a specific, like, sharp shape. You don't really see the grooves in it, and it kind of looks like they're just going like in a shocked open space. Yeah, I can't see this any other way now. Why are these toads so terrified? Tell me in the comments. The eyes on MC Ballyhoo's head are not actually his. Okay, so this is the character in question here, the host of Mario Party 8. Pretty odd and interesting character that we've really never seen ever since. Okay, but just pausing it here, it's saying that these eyes aren't actually his, but rather his hat. And his eyes are these two little slits. I mean, to be honest, that's what I've kind of always seen. Let me know, guys, have you seen it the other way? Okay, I just started the board here, and I guess it's easier to see that illusion like this, where his eyes are completely covered, so those kind of look like this character's eyes. So yeah, I can actually kind of see it this way from this perspective. But once he gets going, I don't know, for me, the illusion just broken, but tell me what you guys think. Did you even know he had little eyes hiding under his hat? Okay, but while we're talking about this character, we have this as well that you can't unhear.
Welcome to the Star Carnival.
Okay.
Welcome to the amazing digital circus.
So it's the guy from the Amazing Digital Circus. I guess they're saying he's similar. They're both MCs at the end of the day. They always say similar quotes there. And they both got some interesting things going on with their eyes there. They're kind of similar. Okay, they're kind of similar. Peach's hair is made of spaghetti. Okay, to get to the bottom of this, let's take a look at Peach. Because if we go to photo mode and look at her in the actual game, I mean, to me, that's clearly hair. That's clearly just wavy hair. However, this really got to people's minds when looking at some of the official renders for her. And if you zoom into her hair like this, I mean, I could kind of see it. This is like strands and noodles. And here's a picture that kind of compares the two with her hair like this and just some spaghetti over here. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar like that. Who knows? Maybe this could be like some sort of hidden reference because Mario's Italian, so Peach's hair is like spaghetti. I don't know. Tell me. You tell me, can you unsee this? There's a sprite of Mario fighting Bowser in the final level of Mario 64. Okay, and to see this, obviously, we just want to go to the final level, but we have to go to the very end of the final level. And here we are at the very end, and now, yeah, okay, I'm already seeing it. It's just that these pillars, look at that. We got, okay, that little blurb is, I guess it's supposed to be Mario on the left. But that clearly looks like Bowser and like the fire here. Let me get a bit of distance. Not too much because I'm getting blown off. But yeah, literally on every single one of these pillars, it's like Sprite Mario versus Bowser. The layout of Sirena Beach is shaped like a GameCube controller. Okay, so just loading up the level here. And now the part in question is this whole like outside area. And it's basically saying that all these circles here are the different elements of the GameCube. Like this little pool area right in front of me is the entire button layout, with the A button being the big pool, the B one being on the left there, and of course X and Y being the other two. That over there is like the main control stick. And now this would be the D-pad I'm on, this hut, and the C stick would be this other hut. And then see this kind of indent in the walls? That's like the grip. Here, if I go here, you could probably see it better. I mean, it's kind of hard to see in-game because you can't go that high. This is probably the best angle you're gonna see of it, but there's many photos online, so I'll just flash up a pic of the complete aerial head view so you can get a really good look at this. I knew about this before, but if you didn't, hey, here's a good chance to look at it. The Mario 64 Whirlpools are just recolored tornadoes. All right, let's go to Dire Docks first and examine the Whirlpools, because at the very bottom here, we can see a big Whirlpool almost in the stone a bit. And I mean, okay, it looks pretty standard. It's like got a white ring, it's cone shaped, and I'm getting sucked. Okay, I got a really good look at the Whirlpool. But let's compare that to the shape and texture of the one in Shifting Sandland now. Okay, now I'm just gonna go closer to the sand pit and hopefully the tornado will spawn. Well, okay, there it is. Yeah, it does. Okay, it's moving around. There we go. Okay, now I got flung into the one. What I was going to say, the shape is stretching and squashing like that. But yeah, in terms of texture, it's just slightly recolored. And the shape is exactly the same. And if you still can't really see it, here's a very clear side-by-side that literally shows, yeah, these are identical, the objects. Just with some slight color tweaking. That's really it. The star plaque in Mario 64 actually says Eternal Star. Oh yeah, we're talking about this statue and plaque again. I mean, is it really an Infinite Bits video if I don't mention this at some point? But since this video is about stuff you can't unsee, for those of you who don't know, this is what the sign looks like, and it's got this really blurry texture on it. Now, one group of people seem to say that this plaque reads L is real 2401, whereas the other group now sees this as Eternal Star. So this one's up to a bit of interpretation, but what do you guys see in the comments? Let me know. And which one do you think Nintendo intended it to be? Mario 3 is really just all a play. Now, for us Mario veterans, this may be more common knowledge, but for people who don't know, this will change the entire way you look at Mario 3. Because the game starts with the curtain rising up, you can see the stage at the bottom as Mario and Luigi are jumping, the title screen comes down like it's a title roll, and then, okay, so we go ahead and start the game. We can see all these platforms here have these like little nails, like they're set pieces bolted to the background. And look, they even got like little drop shadows here, really selling that illusion. And it's not exclusive to just those blocks. It happens quite frequently in the game. And each of the levels ends like this, where you walk off stage essentially and then collect the gold ring. Also, if you go to this specific white platform in the third level and just hold down and then wait for 5 seconds, you can go behind the background like you're behind the set and really sell this illusion. So yeah, Mario 3's been a play this whole time, and maybe even the series, but that's just a theory. An infinite bits theory.